Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast today. I'm really excited to talk with you. Thanks so much for joining me here. Today we're diving deep into Chinese food culture specifically here. It's one of the oldest and richest food cultures in the world. So fascinating. Chinese food culture is about way more than just food. It's philosophy, medicine, art, and family all combined together. It's incredibly complex. If you love Chinese food or just want to understand it better, this episode is for you. We'll explore traditions, meanings, and customs. So get comfortable, maybe grab some tea or snacks right now. In Chinese culture, food and medicine are deeply connected together. There's an ancient saying, food and medicine share the same origin. Very important concept. Chinese people believe food can prevent and cure illnesses naturally. Different foods have different properties. Hot, cold, warming, cooling. They balance body. Ginger warms the body and fights colds people believe strongly. Cooling foods like cucumber reduce heat in summer. Every food has purpose beyond taste. Traditional Chinese medicine uses food as treatment for many conditions. Herbal soups, specific ingredients, careful combinations. Food heals when chosen wisely and properly. This belief affects what Chinese people eat when sick. Congee for upset stomach. Chicken soup for weakness. Specific foods for specific problems always. Even healthy people eat seasonally to maintain balance in body. Winter foods warm you. Summer foods cool you. Harmony with nature through food choices. Chinese cuisine recognizes 5 basic flavors that must be balanced: sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, and salty. Each flavor affects different organs, supposedly. A balanced meal should include all 5 flavors harmoniously together. Too much of one flavor creates imbalance. Variety brings health. Balance is key. Sweet flavor nourishes the spleen people believe traditionally in medicine. Sour helps the liver. Bitter aids the heart. Spicy benefits lungs. Salty supports kidneys. This philosophy makes Chinese cooking complex and thoughtful always here. Chefs don't just cook tasty food. They create balanced, healthy meals. It's scientific art. You'll notice Chinese dishes have layers of flavor together nicely. Sweet and sour pork, spicy and salty Sichuan food. Multiple flavors dancing together perfectly. China is huge, with many different regional cuisines and styles. The 8 great cuisines are most famous. Each region has unique characteristics clearly. Cantonese cuisine from Guangdong is subtle and fresh-flavored always. Dim sum, roast meats, seafood, light sauces. Natural flavors shine through clearly. Sichuan cuisine is famously spicy and numbing with special peppers. Hot pot, mapo tofu, kung pao chicken. Bold flavors, very intense and exciting. Shandong cuisine features seafood and uses lots of vinegar for flavor. It's one of the oldest Chinese cuisines. Very traditional and respected cooking style. Jiangsu cuisine is refined and slightly sweet tasting usually here. Braised dishes, delicate flavors, famous for presentation. Zhejiang, Fujian, Hunan, and Anhui complete the 8 great cuisines, each totally unique, each with thousands of years of history, all equally important. Chinese meals are always served family style with shared dishes. Everyone eats from common plates in center. No individual servings. Sharing is essential. Multiple dishes are placed on table at once, typically together. Rice or noodles plus several vegetable and meat dishes. Everyone takes what they want. This dining style promotes sharing and family bonding strongly daily. You serve others. Others serve you. It's caring. It's connection. It's love through food. The round table is traditional for Chinese dining rooms everywhere. Everyone sits equally. Everyone reaches all dishes. No head of table. Unity and harmony. Eating alone is considered sad and lonely in Chinese culture. Food is meant to be shared. Meals are social events. Togetherness is the point. Tea is inseparable from Chinese food culture and daily life. China invented tea thousands of years ago. It's national drink. It's cultural treasure. There are many types of Chinese tea with different properties. Green tea, black tea, oolong, pu erk, white tea. Each has unique flavor and benefits. Tea accompanies meals, aids digestion, and shows hospitality to guests. Offering tea is basic courtesy. Refusing tea can seem rude. Very important social ritual. Dim sum restaurants serve tea constantly throughout the meal, always. The teapot never empties. Servers refill constantly. Tea and food together. Perfect pairing. Tea ceremony is an art form requiring years of practice. The preparation, the pouring, the serving. Every movement has meaning. It's meditation through tea. Chinese cooking shows deep respect for ingredients and freshness always. Fresh is best. Quality matters most. Ingredients should taste like themselves naturally. Markets happen daily in China with fresh produce and meats. People shop daily for that day's meals. Freshness is prioritized over convenience every time. Nothing gets wasted in Chinese cooking tradition and practice here. Every part of animal or vegetable gets used. Bones for broth, stems for stir-fry. This respect comes from history of scarcity and hardship in past. When food was scarce, nothing could be wasted. This value continues today strongly still. Chinese chefs say good cooking starts with good ingredients first. Technique matters, but ingredients matter more. Fresh fish needs little. Poor fish needs much. Food carries deep symbolic meaning in Chinese culture throughout history. Certain foods represent luck, prosperity, longevity, happiness. Food communicates wishes and hopes. Fish represents abundance because the word sounds like surplus in Chinese. Every new year needs fish. It brings overflow. It promises plenty ahead. Noodles represent long life because they're long and unbroken strands. Birthday meals always include noodles. Never cut them. Long noodles equal long life. Dumplings shaped like ancient gold ingots represent wealth and prosperity. More dumplings equal more money. People eat many during New Year. It's auspicious. Round foods represent family unity and completeness in Chinese thinking. Round dumplings, round mooncakes, round fruits. Circles mean togetherness. No beginning, no end. Perfect harmony. Chopsticks are more than utensils in Chinese culture, definitely here. They're cultural symbols. They teach values. They connect generations through shared practice and learning. Using chopsticks requires patience, precaution, practice, and precision to master well. Children learn young. Parents teach. It's bonding. It's tradition passing down through families. Chopstick etiquette is very important and must be followed always. Never stick chopsticks upright in rice. That's for funerals. Never point at people. Very rude. Don't tap bowl with chopsticks, making noise like beggars do. Don't spear food. Pick it up properly. These rules teach respect and proper behavior. Using chopsticks connects modern Chinese people to thousands of years. Same tool ancestors used, same movements, same purpose. It's living history daily. Banquets are extremely important in Chinese culture for special occasions, business deals, weddings, important guests, elaborate multi-course meals. Very formal and symbolic. A proper Chinese banquet has many courses served sequentially over hours. Cold appetizers first, then hot dishes, soup, fish, meat, vegetables, fruit last. The host orders dishes carefully to impress and honor guests. Number of dishes matters. 8 is lucky. 9 is auspicious. Even numbers always preferred. Seating arrangement at banquets follows strict hierarchy rules and customs. Most important guest faces door. Others arranged by importance. Position shows respect clearly. Toasting happens throughout banquet with baijiu or wine frequently offered. The host toasts guests. Guests toast back. Relationships strengthen. Business happens. Connections form through drinking. Street food is a vibrant part of Chinese food culture everywhere. Quick, cheap, delicious food on streets connects people. Shows regional diversity and creativity. Every region has signature street foods unique to that place. Beijing has Jianbing crepes. Xi'an has Raojiamo meat sandwiches. Shanghai has Shengjianbao dumplings. Night markets come alive with food stalls selling everything imaginable. Grilled skewers, fried noodles, stinky tofu, bubble tea, endless options. Incredible variety and smells. Street food is democratic and accessible to everyone regardless of wealth. Rich and poor eat together. No pretense, just good food. Pure enjoyment and satisfaction. These street foods preserve regional traditions and family recipes passed down. Vendors often use grandmother's recipe. Authentic taste, real tradition, history in every bite. Hot pot is uniquely Chinese communal dining experience loved by everyone. Boiling pot in center. Everyone cooks together, social, interactive, fun eating together. There are many regional hot pot styles across China with differences. Sichuan hot pot is spicy and numbing. Cantonese is mild. Mongolian uses lamb. All delicious. Hot pot brings people together for hours of eating and talking. You cook, you chat, you eat, you bond. Time slows down. Connection deepens naturally. Dipping sauces are personal and important to hot pot experience. Everyone makes their own sauce combination. Sesame paste, garlic, cilantro, chili oil. Your sauce, your style. Hot pot represents Chinese values of sharing, togetherness, and warmth. One pot, many people, same meal, different ingredients, unity in diversity. Perfect metaphor. Every Chinese festival has specific traditional foods associated with it. These foods carry meaning. They mark time. They connect people to culture and tradition. Spring Festival needs dumplings in North, rice cakes in South. Different regions, different customs, but all celebrate with special foods. Unity through diversity. Mid-Autumn Festival means moon cakes for everyone throughout China country. Round cakes for round moon. Family reunion. Completeness. Traditions maintained across generations carefully. Dragon Boat Festival brings zongzi, sticky rice in bamboo leaves. Remembers ancient poet. Sweet or savory versions. Regional variations. But all eat zongzi. These festival foods create rhythm to Chinese year and life. They mark seasons. They prompt gatherings. They preserve culture. Food keeps tradition alive always. Chinese food culture is incredibly deep and meaningful beyond measure here. It's thousands of years of wisdom, philosophy, and love. It's living heritage. Food in China is never just food at all, really. It's medicine, art, philosophy, family, tradition, identity. It's everything important to life itself. Understanding Chinese food culture helps you appreciate the meals more. Every dish has history. Every custom has meaning. Nothing is random or accidental. Next time you eat Chinese food, think about these traditions. Consider the balance. Notice the sharing. Appreciate the symbolism. It enriches experience. Chinese food culture teaches us that eating together nourishes more than body. It nourishes relationships, culture, and soul. Food connects us to everything. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode about this. I hope you learned something new and fascinating. I enjoyed sharing this. Go eat some delicious Chinese food now if you can today. Enjoy it with new understanding and appreciation. Share it with someone. That's the way. See you next time, everyone. Keep exploring food cultures with curiosity. Keep eating with gratitude and awareness. Take care, friends. Bye now.